Alrighty, good people. I just got a very big and very heavy box from the good folks over at Apple and another tiny one from our German retail partner Notebooks Billiger. And within these two boxes I have pretty much the complete MacBook lineup for 2026 in front of me. So we are talking the updated MacBook Air, now powered by the excellent M5, the refreshed MacBook Pros, which may still look the same, feel the same, and in fact only come with a new SoC, but even for me as a die-hard Windows laptop fanboy, well, what I've seen so far, especially for the M5 Max, looks very, very promising. And this time around I will be able to spend some more time with these puppies, so I can test how these laptops compare to my usual workstation selection. Last but not least, we also got the biggest shocker for the laptop industry as a whole, the all-new MacBook Neo. And while Apple definitely did cut some corners with this one at a price of around $700, well, you will have a hard time finding something similar on the other side of the fence. So how about we get all of these beauties unboxed, and I will walk you through our review configs and also share my super early first impressions with you. Let's get into it. Alright, and why don't we start with the only laptop in Apple's current lineup that is actually new, the MacBook Neo. The sleek 13-incher has been subject to rumors for months now, and if you look back, the idea of Apple releasing an affordable laptop still sounds kind of ridiculous, but well, that's what they did. Our indigo-colored variant is the base model and officially the cheapest California-designed notebook you can get right now. And it can be yours for $599 US or 699 euros. And once more, a big shout out to Notebooks Billiger for sending this one over so quickly. For your hard-earned cash, you get 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage and the A18 Pro. We kind of already know from the iPhone 16 Pro. And yes, you heard that right, this puppy is powered by a smartphone SoC. And spoiler alert, if you use it for what it was designed for, you will hardly ever notice. And yes, I know, 8 gigs of RAM and an almost criminal amount of storage is a tough pill to swallow in 2026. But then again, we are basically talking about a budget laptop here. And when it comes to your front of screen experience, so inputs, chassis quality, screen quality and all of that, the Neo offers a lot more than its initial asking price might suggest. I haven't personally done a ton of testing yet, and my colleagues from the website are also right in the middle of torture testing this one. But if you're looking for an affordable laptop for your studies, for browsing the web, or just watching some YouTube, and the most intense thing you're doing is opening a few tabs too many and maybe edit the occasional image, well, let's just say manufacturers on the Windows side might be in trouble here. From Apple's cheapest laptop, we can immediately make the jump to one of the most expensive configs you can get, and while the MacBook Pro 14 in the higher-end M5 Max config with the 40-core GPU upgrade, the matte display option, 128 gigs of unified memory and 8 terabytes of insanely fast storage is simply ridiculous in price. I can't lie, but I am very curious to use this one for our content production. As I've mentioned earlier, there's nothing new externally or when it comes to the display options, for example, and especially for the 14-incher, Apple may have reached what the chassis can handle with the M5 Max, since if you really push it, well, the days of super silent Macs under load might be over. But then again, this thing is insanely fast, and while I just started running some creator benchmarks and editing parts of this video on this one, it kinda pains me to say this, but damn is it good, and I cannot wait to see how it stacks up against something like the Z13 or the Zephyrus G14 for example. If you want an early look at our numbers, please head over to our website, since our written reviews are online already. And as per usual, you can find the links in the description. To sum it up, the M5 Max is one of the fastest SoCs on the CPU side, even though the differences against the M4 Max are marginal, while the GPU outperforms Strix Halo and roughly nets you 50-70 performance in synthetics. For more in-depth results and a more creator and gaming-focused perspective, stay tuned for our full review video, or again, head on over to the website. Similarly, we also finished our MacBook Pro 16 testing already as well, and for the bigger brother we have been able to test the M5 Pro alongside 64 gigs of RAM, a 4TB SSD, and once again the pretty pricey matte display option, which is actually quite nice, I have to admit. Similarly to the 14-incher, there is nothing new apart from the internals, so there's also not that much for me to tell you in terms of first impressions. But I will also spend some more time with it in the next few days and weeks, and since we are also in the process of testing an M5 Max powered config, that should make for a few interesting comparisons. So please make sure to leave your sub so you do not miss our coverage. Which leaves us with the MacBook Airs, and I also keep it short here since again Apple's passively cooled laptops in their respective 13 and 15-inch flavors look and feel as classy as always and make the jump to the M5. And considering that they have been without some real competition for quite a while now, and thinking back to our initial M5 review, well, I do expect these to be excellent as well, even though I think it's really time for a chassis upgrade here, and the 60Hz IPS panel would also be a deal breaker for me personally. For the 13-inch, I'm also quite interested how the base model for that one compares to the Neo, since I would say they cater to a similar audience, and the price difference is still pretty significant. But at the same time, you can find M4 13-inch Airs out in the wild with some pretty sweet deals, which might further complicate the positioning here. But let us see until we have all of our numbers, which is also the perfect segue to my outro here, since it's already about time to wrap it up for today. I have quite a few videos planned with all of these laptops here, and if there's anything you are interested in particular, let me know below. As you may have seen in our unboxing footage, Apple also sent over a bunch of accessories, and I also have their new studio displays on the way, so you bet I will put together a full-on Mac setup in the new studio. But that's it for today. Let me know what you think so far about the new lineup, and if there's anything in particular that caught your attention or maybe something you really dislike. As always, fire away in the comments below. Thanks a ton for watching, folks. Make sure to leave a like and sub on your way out. My name is Alex, you have been absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Take care.